What the hell? Why so many balloons? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video dying. How's it going today? I didn't realise I'd pressed the button then, but we'll start anyway. How are you doing? Last night, I didn't really get a lot done because I rung Lovely after I'd said goodbye to you at like 9:30, and we were on the phone to each other for 2.5 hours. It was great. It was honestly the best conversation I've ever had. That has made my month like it was so much fun. That's really sad, but it was brilliant. I freaking loved it. It was great. A lot of hot air balloons around this morning. Vocal stress on the word hot as well. What the fuck, man? I don't have time for this. I gotta get to work. What the hell? But yeah, so I was up really well. I wasn't up late. I went to bed at midnight still. I was talking to Lovely, and it was the best. She's like, "This is like the first social interaction you've had in like 3 weeks, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Yep." This is great. So yeah, we was chatting for ages about literally everything. Got lots to tell her. She didn't really have a lot to tell me either. She's been on holiday. She just said it's been nice, and I'm like, "You're not going to fill in the space? Okay, I'll talk." So I basically told her literally every single thing you could possibly imagine. What's going on? Otherwise though, slept bloody straight. I literally closed my eyes and opened them again. I've never slept that heavy before, ever. I woke up at 6 and I'm like, whoa. I have this ability, I think, to, when I've got stuff on my mind and stuff, I just kind of close my eyes and I go into really, really deep sleep. I'm like, bam, there we go, gone. Brain's dead. I basically turned my brain off, literally, for 6 hours. And then my brain has its own little alarm that wakes up before my alarm does, so I can actually hear it. So it was incredible. So I slept really well last night. Got up at 6. I figured out how it is I'm going to have to do this AI system. It's going to be intriguing. But yeah, I figured that out, so I'm going to get there and I'm literally just going to be like, "Don't talk to me." Bam, the AI's done. Okay, move on to something else. Something that's progress and not a bug. So yeah. Otherwise though, play some Hearthstone. I need to get like a certain amount, this is really sad, I need to get like a certain amount of gold in 2 weeks. I need to get like 700 gold in 2 weeks. Because I had a like cash reserve of gold, which has been paying for the expansion pack so far. But the expansion pack is like 700 gold every week. And the last expansion week is, I can afford out of my bank reserves and what I've been earning, like, just by playing games in general. I haven't been able to afford them all up until week 4, but week 5, that's next week, week 5 I won't have any gold if I don't get any gold elsewhere. So I need to get some like 50 gold a day, which is easy. It's very sad. Yeah, had some breakfast, and to be honest with you, I get bloody sick of bloody, what do I get sick of? Lads. Cereal in the morning. I want toast, but the bread budget doesn't allow, because I'm obviously having like 2 slices of bread every single day, like fixed, and then that's kind of got to last me till Monday. It's not good at all. But yeah, got my chicken out for my stir fry that I'm going to have tonight. I'm going to have a stir fry because I'm going to be late home. I'm going to be working 8:30 till 5 like normal, but instead of coming straight home, I'm going to walk across to the Morrisons and take advantage of that £5 off fruit and veg thing that I've got. And I'm going to bus back with a load of fruit and veg for 40p, because I got it in the newspaper and that's how much the newspaper was. That's a bloody good deal. And I get to try out, like, I haven't shopped in Morrisons in years. Get to try out Morrisons fruit and veg, which is one of the key reasons why I shop at Sainsbury's, is because their fruit and veg is just better than the rest, for really, really cheap. And I get to try out just how long it takes to get home from that Morrisons on the bus. So it's a good, like, if I've got refrigerated stuff, can I actually sit on a bus for 45 minutes? Maybe not, but hopefully I'll be able to get another bus. So instead of getting the 76, I'll be able to, potentially be able to get the 75, or walk to Cribs and get the 75, which should be faster, because it's closer to Cribs, and that bus is like 15 minutes quicker. But to get to work, I've got to then walk 15 minutes, so it makes no sense. But yeah, otherwise, standard day at work, maybe a bit busy at work, trying to get as much as we possibly can do done. But yeah, it's going to be a bit intense. And lunch break, I'm going to ring the council because they're trying to charge me council tax. And I'm like, but I'm a student, I'm exempt from council tax, please don't bill me with £700. I don't want to pay £700, please, pretty please. I'm a student, I've got proof. So I'm going to give them a ring in my lunch hour, well, lunch half hour, because I don't have time basically. I swear that guy was my tennis teacher, not school PE teacher. But yeah, that's the plan there. I'm going to do that in my lunch half hour, because the friggin' office closes at half 5, doesn't it, when I finish work. And we're walking away from work. It's 5 o'clock. We're going the opposite way to normal, because we're not going to walk to the bus stop and then go home. We are going to walk to Morrison's and then go to the bus stop and then go home, because I got £5 off fruit and veg about the trucker, and I'm super excited. These daily vlogs, by the way, to me, because I don't finish them like as I go to bed anymore, they kind of all roll into one. So if I often talk about things that I don't really explain it, because I think because I kind of start as of last night, don't I, when I finished vlogging, and tell you about like the conversation I had with Lovely and stuff. But yeah, basically what's gone on, I got off the bus and literally a minute late, as I got to here, I got off the bus over there, I got to here and another bus pulled up, and that belonged to the Lewises, who got out of their bus and then got into my bus. Well, not into my bus, but they literally arrived like a minute after me. Pace it. So that's why I didn't vlog before I walked into the building. But I went up on the bus on a nice, I was reading my book, which is getting good, and annoyingly don't have enough time to properly read it. But anyway, so got in, and I was churning through this array sort of thing. I had a code written by the scrum time, which was 9:30, but it wasn't working. So I was stepping through the code, making sure it was working. Why wasn't it displaying to screen? I know why. Because it was horrendous. I had to set it up. It was actually really fucking complicated. And what's the best way of describing this? Okay, so we had the arrays coming out of the database in the correct order. Everything we've been using up until this point was data that we pulled off a couple of days ago, and we've just saved it, because there's no point constantly hitting the database for new data when we're debugging. We may as well use old data, because old data could be new data, if you know what I mean, because all it is the data, if we pull off the data now, it could be identical to our old data, so we're not really losing out on any like testing purposes and stuff. But to make it look good, because we'd done that, we knew, other people knew when they wrote the section that there were going to be 4 products, there were going to be 6 underwriters, there's going to be these sets of facts. So when it comes to, I don't know, we get new data off and there's 3 products because one of the products hasn't made a sale yet. What does the graph do? Oh, it just adjusts itself. No, does it? Hell is like, it doesn't even render. It doesn't even exist, because it just errors, it doesn't tell you why it's errored, and it just doesn't draw. It doesn't even tell you it's errored, it just doesn't appear. You figure out for yourself it's errored. So, I realised that this is the reason why, is that we're not reading in relative data. Like, if there were 4 products and 6 underwriters, it would work fine. So I had to find a very clever way, and it was clever. Like, by the time we'd done this, I was up until about 12 o'clock, probably, when I started looking into this kind of thing. We're going to go through Macro's car park, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to Cribs Causeway, but this is near Cribs Causeway. Got like really cool stuff. I wonder if that View Cinema is cheaper than the Cineworld in town, by enough to offset the fact that we have to get the bus here when Lovely comes next week. And I have to have a look in that mod. So, we were, what was I talking about? Files, folders, data thingy. So yeah, I was trying to run through all of these queries and stuff, getting off this data, and then from now on, until you get it running again, you can't see the graph. So from 11 o'clock onwards, I couldn't see the graph in any way, shape or form. I had no idea what I was doing, apart from like in my head and on the paper that I'm using to try and track it all, and as I'm stepping through the code, tracking the variables to make sure the variables are changing in a way that makes sense. I'm then trying to build this data set. Is basically one great big line of code that was hard coded the data. So it was literally taking this these 4 grids here, yeah? It was taking the first product from there, and then it was going bam, 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 first product, name from the first one, then it will go next one down, second, but still in the first box, it'll go second, 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 second. Looping through that on one line of code doesn't go easily, and I pondered it for a good, this guy is watching me and I'm going to have to walk straight past him, and I'm not going to give a shit. I am going to put my camera down there. And I was pondering how to do this initialization for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours straight, and I could not figure it out. For the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. So I got up, I walked away. We had a couple of weird bugs as well. One, Michaelis lost half of his work because TFS just decided, well no, he was a bit of an idiot actually. He forgot to check it in his work and then re-downloaded the latest version and lost all his work. And then tried to blame TFS. It's like, no, you didn't check it in. TFS has nothing to do with this. You have to upload your copy before it can actually give you that copy back. And I had a random error where it would just stop the program, but then when you stepped through to this line, it would cause a Windows 32 error, which is a big error. That's an error that Visual Studio can't catch. That's like operating system level error. And it would say this file is corrupted, da 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 da, and then it miraculously fixed itself. No idea how, but it just did. It just fine after that. It just randomly fixed itself. So that held me back for like another hour. And yeah, so that was fun. Otherwise, though, I was then sat trying to get, because I'm trying to make this element dynamically with several different loops, and like not necessarily just loops either. What's the word that's not recursion? Guys, computer science guys, what's the opposite of a loop? Well, what's the same as a loop but not a loop? A recursive function, or is it, oh no, it is recursion, isn't it? Recursion and iteration, dickhead. Okay, yeah, so I was doing a recursive function to try and like feedback all of this stuff and doing this tail loop, and it was complicated as hell, and I was debugging it, and I was, you know when you get to the point where I have to, when I debug it, you put it to the server, onto the thingy, press play on the website, and then you use Google Chrome to step through the JavaScript, and I got to the point where I debugged it so many times that I'd refreshed the page, right-clicked inspect element in order to run the JavaScript, not even realising that it had done the right thing, saw that it had done the right thing and went, it fucking worked! And that was one of the best feelings. That feeling there is why I do computer science, because it was bloody good. 3 hours that led up to that were horrible, but that feeling made it all worthwhile. Right, in. Let's go get some fruit and veg for free, well, for 40p. I don't know how to get home from here either, to be honest with you. I'll try and find a bus stop. Fruit and veg, you don't have to keep cool though, so that's fine. I don't mind, I'm not in a rush. To be fair, this like steam McGubbins does look pretty cool, but what does it actually do? Oh no. I work with that guy, oh no. What does it actually do to preserve the fruit and veg? Like, no one else does that, do they? What am I actually here for? I need oranges, and then anything that lasts really, or I want to try. I do kind of like this shop. It wouldn't be too bad doing a shop here and then busing it back, I don't think. Assuming the bus isn't too bad, and the quality isn't too bad. It's kind of nice. It's really confusing where stuff is, but I think that's a Bristol thing. I do kind of like this place. But I am raising a valid point. No supermarket in Bristol is anything like any other supermarket I've ever been to in any other city in the country. They're all a little bit weird. Not bad. It's going to rain on me, and that serves me right, I guess. Karma for being such a tight bastard. I go through the checkouts, I'm like, scan voucher, waiting for assistance. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to scan the voucher and get out. But yeah, anyway. that was good. I got some potatoes, which obviously last decades. I got some like jacket potato sized potatoes, so I might be able to do something exciting with that. Maybe. I don't know. When I do my chili at the weekend, I might not do it with pasta, I might do it with a jacket potato instead. That'd be exciting. Got some peppers because I needed to make up the dollars. Some oranges and 99p for some tangerines, like a lot of tangerines. It's fucking cheap, that is. That's well cheap. That's too cheap. That's something wrong with it, cheap, that cheap. You know what I mean? What are you doing, mate? He's got a shit car. Where's the bus stop that gets me? There it is. I see you, baby. Okay. I was trying to load it on my phone and it would tell me where the bus stop is and it would put a picture on the map, but it wouldn't actually draw the map, so I had no idea. And I'm like, well, I know it's like however many, I can tell how far away it is, but not in relation to anything else. How am I going to cross this? And to be honest with you, I don't know how much money they've made or lost on that, because, well, yeah, £5 for your thingy. I went in and granted I got some juice because I needed some juice. I was going to run out tonight, so I may as well get some. And granted I needed some, well, I bought some donuts to treat myself because it's the end of the week. So they got like a little bit more out of me, but they also lost £5 worth of fruit and veg. So who paid that £5? It's a weird, well, it's a weird marketing move. Well, it's not that weird because they got me to go there, so, and I bet some people would go and do a full shop there. And I'm considering going here when I need to go and do a shop after work. If this is good. If this is good, then I'll do it. And we're on the bus back. We're going to be back really late tonight, but I'm having a stir fry, so it's nice and quick to cook. Otherwise, though, we're video editing tonight. The boys have just asked if they want to play Minecraft, and I'm like, I do, but I need to video edit. Hopefully I can play something. Well, I definitely can. It's just a case of making sure I've got everything sorted. Theoretically, I can bash out this video tonight, potentially even start the blog post. It shouldn't be too hard to edit this video. It's going to be a little bit like, it's not a long video to edit. There's just a lot of clips that need ordering. It might be difficult to order, but we'll figure it out. We read. But yeah, work was pretty good. It's pretty exciting, especially once I got the thing. Morrison's, pretty good deals. And it's legitimately quite cheap as well. Just like even in general, the general stuff they have, like excluding the fact that £5 of it was free, is pretty cheap. But really cheap actually, compared to Sainsbury's. We just gotta hope it stands up to the quality. Oh, what are you doing? Come upstairs. Oh, we're heading home. It's 6:30. I just kind of want to get in now. Oh dear, it's also spitting ever so slightly. It doesn't look like it's going to slam it down. Touch wood. Hopefully it does. This is the start of the weekend now, everybody, which is exciting. I have a lot of stuff to do. Video to edit, blog post to write, websites to design. That's it. Really. I've got to plan a shop to be delivered Monday night. I've got to do a clothes wash. Although I might save the clothes wash as long as possible, because Lovely's coming Thursday next week. This time next week she'll be here. So I might save the wash to like time it so that it's literally dry the day she gets here. So if I do it Wednesday or Tuesday, I'm thinking that makes sense. But yeah, just thinking to myself, oh, I'll window down. It's definitely not warm enough for that, especially with the rain coming. When I say web design as well, I am happy with the way that Blitz software displays. It'll do for now. It is only a splash page. I will be adding in the about page, like the about/contact page, and then maybe add a small projects page. But that's it, only because I've already written them. I'm going to pop them in and then I'm going to jump and pay attention to jeremyped.co.uk. I don't know whether to have like a test directory for it, so you guys see one thing and I edit another thing, or just let you guys see things as it changes. which I think is kind of interesting, because especially as like last night I was editing Blit software, and if you would have logged on, basically there was no CSS sheet at all, and it was just the images and the text just printed to the screen, because I was messing about with viewports and stuff. So if you had the screen set to a certain size, none of the CSSs would have taken it into account. But yeah, just chatting shit. Let's get in. I'm pretty hungry, it's got to be said. Right, well, we've had dinner. We're now hunkering down for the night shift. It gets dark quite early, and that means you have to have lights on, and that means everything comes flying in, so I'm closing all my curtains and stuff. Well, I've been doing some pottering around, I've organised some paperwork, I've organised my tax. They're trying to make me pay £10 of tax, which I told you about yesterday. I rung them in my lunch break, and they said they directed me to a form that I need to fill in and hand in to them. So I've got that there. I also have there the cheque that I need to cash, which I'll be doing tomorrow, and stuff like that. I got a P45 from my part-time job today, and that confuses me because I swear to God I shouldn't have one, because I haven't left. I'm still there. I'm just jewel storing. So I'm going to have to text someone about that, because I might ring them up tomorrow and just be like, yo, what's going on, yo? What are we trying to do, man? You sacking me or what? In which case, unfair dismissal is coming your way. But yeah, so that's that all sorted. Yeah, otherwise I've cleaned up a bit. Had my stir fry, which was absolutely delicious. I had to wait for my stir fry, so I've actually eaten really late. I had to wait for my stir fry because it's I've even got this camera out. It's my backup camera. Stir fry. My chicken wasn't fully defrosted, and that bugged me. So I had to wait ages. I was bloody starving by the time I finally got to eat that motherchucker. But yeah, this precise moment in time, I'm hosting the Minecraft world for the boys, because they want to go on Minecraft, and I host the world. So I've activated all of that malarkey, but I can't go on because I need to finish a video for you guys. You so demand it. So yeah, that's what's going on at this precise moment in time. These guys haven't actually logged on to the frickin' server yet. It's just sat there, minding its own business. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing tonight. Loading and doing some video editing. I was going to have a glass of wine. Contemplating a glass of wine. It excites me, the idea of a glass of wine while video editing, because it's one... You know what? Why not? You know what I mean? I've been at work now for a month. I've done pretty good for myself. I'm going to treat myself to a glass of wine while I edit. Can't hurt, can it? Can't hurt anyone having a single glass of wine every now and again. Which means I have to buy more bottles of wine. Well, I've got two. Ooh, I've got the one that Lovely got me, that's my wine. Here we go then, boys. I've got my wine. I always buy that bottle of wine. And Lovely bought it me for... my job, I think. I don't know. My job / exam results. I can't remember. She didn't really have a reason. She just gave it to me. And I have this one, which was given to me by my work colleague when I left Bath. So I'm going to crack this open, I think, and then I'm going to edit. I never really drink wine. People always kind of judge me when they say I just sit here and just sip on some wine in my spare time. But I don't really do it very often, as you know, because you watch these videos. And secondly, it's really relaxing. Thirdly, once you've had some wine, you become a lot less... what's the word? A lot less critical of your own YouTube videos. When I'm editing for the main channel, you guys must know, several times I get to a point of editing it and I'm like, I don't like this video. Whereas this stops that happening. It helps me be a little bit more creative. It means I edit a little bit weirder, and I have to watch it back in the morning before I render it out and stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a nice glass of lovely Merlot. Well, I don't think it's even Merlot. Ooh. That wine was very, very nice, ladies and gentlemen. It is, however, now gone midnight, and I'm going to watch Breaking Bad in bed, basically. But what was I going to say? The video, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it unless I can pull something magical out of the bag tomorrow. I doubt I'm going to be able to get it done. I can get the video done, but I can't get the blog post that goes with it. And they need to go together. It's not... oh, God. So... I'm not very impressed with myself, to be honest with you. I've got the majority of the video done, but not the hardest parts. I've got the easiest parts nailed. I was getting distracted by stuff, and then Minecraft, and then I ended up playing Minecraft for a bit and stuff like that, so yeah. Anyway, otherwise, briefly to answer something that's come up in the videos from yesterday, when I'm talking about my website, something that was mentioned in the other... bloody hell. There we go, I think he knows what's up. P.S. I love you knows what's up. That's the best way. That's what I was going to do. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I was just looking at the thingy, and a couple of people, two people, and Andrew, who I was talking to, 3 people, have mentioned that Bootstrap is potentially a thing that I could use for my website. I know. I know what Bootstrap is. I've heard of it before. I know exactly what it does and shiz. It's a conscious decision to not use Bootstrap. I feel that whenever you look at a website, you can tell it's been made in Bootstrap. If it's been made in Bootstrap, it's usually, I find it very easy to tell. It's very limited, I find, Bootstrap is. So I don't particularly like it, and for that reason I'm not going to be using it. I'm going to be developing the designs entirely myself, doing it all with responsive viewports and stuff. Doing it the Google way is what I'm going to be doing, and I've got loads of plans and stuff. I'm going to have like fancy JavaScript stuff that's making things look pretty, but beyond that, I'm not going to use Bootstrap, partially because all the designs to me look all very similar. When they are run on websites, and you see a website with Bootstrap, you're like, you've just blatantly Bootstrap and you haven't even tried. But also because I think I'll learn more from experiencing the development of a website like completely from scratch without anything. Like HTML and CSS are peculiar beasts. Like there are some really weird like little niches that you have to figure out and stuff. And I think using someone else's plugin, I might not necessarily come across little niches. Like, there are some really strange things that can happen in CSS and stuff. Sometimes work this way. It's a very strange language, and I want to like really get down and dirty with it. And I want to be my own little guru. I think if I used Bootstrap and I developed a site, I'd look at it and I'd go, I'm not impressed. But if I developed it entirely myself without Bootstrap, I'd be like, I fucking made this, mother trucker. So that's the reason behind that. Also, guys, I wanted to make say this here. I'm semi-conscious of the fact that I might come across quite snappy in things like Twitter and stuff. If I snap at you or say something in a certain way that sounds quite snappy, I apologise. The chances are I'm being swamped by notifications, and I've had so much in my mind for the past week. I've been so busy when I get home, and I'm getting swamped by notifications and stuff. I've started replying to comments and stuff on my phone as I go to think. I really love comments, don't get me wrong, I really love comments, that's the best. But it's when I get like a million Twitter notifications. And it's not like one singular person causing all the issues, it's a lot of singular people tweeting me like 2 or 3 times. I'm not saying don't tweet me, but I might be because I'm working hard. Yeah, especially, it depends really. I don't know what I'm saying. It usually boils down to how much work I've got, and then if you're unlucky enough to tweet me when everyone else is tweeting me, and then I might reply in a less entertaining mood, I guess. But yeah, I'm semi-conscious of the fact that I might have bit at a couple of people, and if I have, it might be in my head, but if I have, then I do apologise. It's busyness, not being able to relax, and my phone just going absolutely mental, which is actually the thing that's starting to get to the point of, is it a bit too annoying to get notifications from stuff like Twitter? But I like them though. It's a really tough line to draw. Like, I have an email for every single comment that you guys post. So I wake up in the morning and I'll see something like 10 emails, and I really like it, and I'll scroll through and I'll read them all. I don't want to get to the point where they become too many for me to read and I just get annoyed by them. I don't want that to happen. So, but yeah, I don't know where that came from. Otherwise, I've had a lovely evening. Video editing has been going okay. I'm going to watch Breaking Bad in bed, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow, we're going to have a very productive day. I'm going to be getting up early. I'm going to be getting up at 8 o'clock anyway. And I'm intending to get quite a bit done. I've got videos to do, Minecraft, and daily vlogs with descriptions. I've got a blog to write, a video to edit for the main channel, going to upload, schedule as much of this as possible so I don't have to do it tomorrow. I've got to post a letter, I've got to go to the bank. I've got to think of and write up a shopping list. And a meal plan for next week. Little things basically. Pottering around and stuff. I might take my laptop with me and write the blog post in a coffee shop or something, which I think might be quite nice, but I don't know. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I'm going to get going. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a fun week. It's been a fun month actually. Been at work for a month now, 4 weeks. It's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, that's that. I am going to sign off. Tomorrow will be a nice fun day, because weekends always are for this channel. We have nice long videos on this channel on the weekend, and we enjoy ourselves. So yeah, I will catch you later.